So good morning my dear students. In this video we will discuss next topic, type of meristematic tissue. So all the students must write the heading type of meristem or type of meristematic tissue. Clear? So meristematic tissue can be classified into two categories. There are mainly two types of meristematic tissue, apical meristem and cambium or lateral meristem. So underline things, please just note down in your notebook. Meristematic tissue can be classified into two categories, apical meristem and cambium or lateral meristem. Now let us see what is apical meristem. Apical or terminal meristem. Apical or terminal meristem, this is located near the tip of root and stem and also in the growing young leaves near the tip of stem as well as on the tip of axillary buds. So this apical or terminal apical meristem, it is located near the tip of root and stem and also in the growing young leaves near the tips of stem as well as on the tips of axillary buds. Clear? So this you must note down in your notebook. Types of meristematic tissue we are discussing. There are two types of meristematic tissue, apical meristem and lateral meristem. So the first one is the apical meristem. This is located near the tip of root and stem and also in the growing young leaves near the tips of stem as well as on the tips of axillary buds. Next, my dear students, we have cambium or lateral meristem. Cambium or lateral meristem, this is situated below the bark and is responsible for increase in diameter. So this heading you must write. Second, lateral meristem or cambium, this is situated below the bark and is responsible for increase in the diameter of the stem. Next, my dear students, we will discuss this permanent tissues. Permanent tissues are made up of cells. Permanent tissues, they are made up of cells which have lost their ability to divide. Clear? Permanent tissue are made up of cells which have lost their ability to divide. They take a permanent shape to perform some permanent function. So these two lines you have to write for permanent tissue. In the starting I told you that there are two types of plant tissue, meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. About meristematic tissue we have already discussed. Now we are discussing about permanent tissue. So permanent tissues are made up of cells which have lost their ability to divide. They take a permanent shape to perform some permanent function. Clear? Next, according to the function performed, permanent tissue are of three types. So types of permanent tissue, three types of permanent tissue are there: protective, supporting and conducting. So types of permanent tissue we are discussing. There are three types of permanent tissue: protective, supporting and conducting, based upon their function. Based upon their function, there are three types of permanent tissue: protective, supporting and conducting. So all this you must note in your notebooks. Next is protective tissue. Let us see about the protective tissue. In the protective tissue, cell with thick walls. They have the cells with thick walls. They are found on the surface of root, stem and leaves. So where is the protective tissue found? On the surface of root, stem and leaves. On the surface of root, stem and leaves. Next, examples for this protective tissue: epidermis of leaves, which secrete a waxy waterproof material. Then cork cells in the bark contain another strong waterproof material. Clear? So these are the examples of protective tissue. Clear? Protective tissue: cells with thick walls found on the surface of roots, stem and leaves. Example for it is epidermis of leaves, which secretes waxy waterproof material. Cork cells in the bark contain another strong waterproof material. Next we have supporting tissue, my dear students. The most important supporting tissue, they are supporting tissue. The three most important ones are parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Types of supporting tissue: parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. My dear students, you must know the name. These three are also known as simple permanent tissue. Clear? Simple permanent tissue. These three, they are also known as simple permanent tissue. The three most important ones are parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. We shall discuss one by one. First we shall discuss parenchyma. Large thin wall cells. Parenchyma has large thin wall cells, oval, circular and polygonal in shape. They usually have single large vacuole. Parenchyma cells, they usually have single large vacuole. Next, parenchyma found in soft part of plants, such as in the cortex, means outer region, and in the pith, in central region. So first thing is large thin walls. It has got large thin walls, walled cells. They are oval, circular or polygonal in shape. Next, they usually have a single large vacuole. They usually have a single large vacuole. Next, parenchyma found in soft parts of plants, such as in the cortex region and in the pith region. Clear? So these are the three characteristics of parenchyma. All of you got understood? So you must write characteristics of parenchyma heading and just write these points. Clear? These are the parenchyma characteristics. Clear? So these points of characteristics of parenchyma, please just you must note it. Clear? You must note down this. Now let us discuss next. Now my dear student, just see to this. These are the diagram of parenchyma cells. Next, my dear students, about parenchyma, next point. Next point, they may store food as in potatoes. Parenchyma cells may store food as in potato, and they provide temporary support to the plant. They provide temporary support. Now these 2 points comes in function also. Functions of parenchyma. Functions. Clear? Functions of parenchyma. So you must write the 2 functions of parenchyma. They may store food as in potato. They provide temporary support to the plant. Next, my dear students, some parenchymatous cells, particularly the leaf, contain chloroplast and are termed as chlorenchyma. Now, what is chlorenchyma? The parenchymatous cell which contain chloroplast are known as chlorenchyma. So, you must know, you have to write it, what is chlorenchyma. Some parenchymatous cells, particularly in the leaf, contain chloroplast and they are termed as chlorenchyma. Chlorenchyma function helps the leaf to produce food by photosynthesis. Helps the leaf to produce food by photosynthesis. To produce food by photosynthesis. Next, my dear students, we have collenchyma, made up of cells, collenchyma, made up of cells which are elongated. So, it is made up of elongated cell and the cell wall is thickened at the corner. Made up of cell which are elongated and the cell wall is thickened at the corner. It is found in the leaf stalk and below the epidermis of stem. It is found, this is the location of, this is the location. So, this point you must write in the location of collenchyma, found in the leaf stalk and below the epidermis of stem. The tissue helps to support the parts of plant. This tissue helps to support the part of plant. Clear? This is the diagram of collenchyma. Next, we shall discuss the third simple permanent tissue. Sometimes with the name it is asked in the exam, name 3 simple permanent tissue. All the students must write this question, name 3 simple permanent tissues in plants. In simple permanent tissue, you have to write these 3 names, parenchyma, collenchyma and last sclerenchyma. Parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Now, last we will discuss sclerenchyma, composed of long narrow cells which have become dead. So, sclerenchyma cells, they are dead cells. These cells develop very thick wall due to deposition of lignin. They produce very thick wall due to deposition of lignin. This tissue provides strength to plant parts. It is found in stem and veins of the leaves. Clear? This tissue will provide strength to the plant parts. It is found in stem and veins of the leaves. So, this line is the function, this line it is the function and this last line can be the location. Location of sclerenchyma. Clear all of you? So, thank you very much.